Good evening, everyone, and welcome to MSAC for this, the home clash for the Melbourne Tigers in the NBL 1 men's competition against the Southern Sabres. And you can see the starting lineups on your screen for the Tigers. Nick Pozzoglu, as they've just gone away on me, that's always a good stitch up. I think it'll be Nick Pozzoglu, Michael Wells, I think Van Merven in the starting lineup, Vitala and Luxford would be my best guess. Tom Blackmore is with me, my co-commentator for today.
Hello, Daniel.
Welcome you in. And for the Sabres, their starting lineup, I'm going to assume Dave Barlow's in there. Sam McDaniel, Reece Carter of former NBL ilk, getting on in years now, but certainly the pride of Gippsland and has no reservations in firing the three. Jaden Weldon and also James Siganini for the Sabres. And that'd be right. Nick Gapsh is in there for the Sabres. Tell you what, Michael Wells, he is every bit of 5'7". He is a little man, Michael Wells. Haven't seen him yet. He didn't play in the first game for the Tigers. His shorts are literally touching the floor. We'll get this one underway in a few moments. Barlow to take the tip. That's like when you're playing Sunday night basketball. You're the best player, take the tip against Dane Pinot, who's back, didn't play in the last one. And Pinot's tipped it straight out of play. It should be a Sabres ball. Or we'll re-jump it. Brad Pinot wins his first one with the referees. He's calling for a re-jump down here on the sideline, the coach of the Tigers. Dave Barlow says we'll get those calves a little warmer this time and try and get up. Take two. And Pinot gets it on the way up. That is a violation, is it not? No, we'll take it the third time. Well, we might get started eventually. Reece Carter's not happy. Barlow wins the tip, and that was on the way up.
Here in the centre.
Weldon in the backcourt for the Sabres to get us underway. Screen by Carter at the top. And around at the top is McDaniel. Barlow for three to get us underway. Nothing but net.
Good start.
Luxford. Pozzoglu. Wants it back. Guarded by McDaniel. Right side. Skip pass. Williams for three. Oh, left it a little short. Sorry, Wells. Michael Wells for the Tigers. Carter at the top. Barlow, same spot as before. Guarded by Pinot. Goes to the bucket. Good D. Pinot didn't get away with it, though. Body check. Two shots for Dave Barlow at the line. There's a muck around Dave Barlow. Just attack. It always helps when your first three goes through the hoop. Barlow at the line, taking all of the 5 seconds. Drops it in. Of course, that foul on Pinot, first of the game, and only 40 seconds in, he does get himself into a bit of foul trouble. Certainly be a focus for the Sabres. Try and get him out of the game. Barlow, 2 of 2, like the pro that he is. Now Wells will handle for the Tigers. Pozzoglu at the top. Pinot in deep. Double team. Turned it over. Oh, got away with it. Chance here for Max Vitala at the baseline. Count it. Sabres looking to inbound it quickly. Carter around the pick from the elbow. Leaves it a little short. Couldn't come up with a rebound. McDaniel. Driving baseline. Weldon pulls it up. Luxford the board. Fights over. Fights with Pozzoglu. Now he advances it himself. And out of court, Vitala had his back foot out. We see that far too often in the game of basketball. You would never have done that in your time, Tom. Step on the sideline.
Oh, I try to avoid it, as we all do.
It just happens so often. Weldon to the hoop, knocked away. Good D from Wells. The Tigers trailing this one 2-5. Early goings. 15 on the clock here for the Sabres. Tip from the inbound. And as far as Weldon, guarded by Wells. Gets a pick from Barlow. Carter from the right side. Oh, just left it a little long. Oh, Luxford might have travelled. Got away with it. We'll skip over the top. Knocked out by Carter, who recovered. Goes back and asks the referee, sure it wasn't a couple of shuffles there, sir? Sure that was the exact conversation. The old wily veteran trying to sneak a travel from Mickey Luxford. Luxford now left side. Throwing a few skip passes. Sabres just drop into a zone. Shot clock to single numbers. Pino at the top. Vitala baseline. Has to go himself. Can't get it to fall. Luxford the rebound. 14 on the clock. Now the corner. Pozzoglu. Pozza knocks it down. That's the problem with the zone. Easier to give up those offensive rebounds. Tigers into a bit of a match-up zone of themselves for a moment there. Foul on Vitala. Carter going to the bucket.
Vitala picks up his first personal foul. Substitution for the away team. First action for the Sydney number 4, Kobe Davies. The Sydney captain.
Yeah, Kobe Davies spells it the right way. Comes in for the Sabres. Kobe. Weldon. Right side. Over to McDaniel to the bucket. Good drive. Oh, took the contact, pulled the chair there, did Pozza. Now Luxford comes up with his own ball. Pino gives him a little pick to get him to advance it with the 8 seconds. And the referee's not happy. Says the foul will be on Sam McDaniel for holding on. It's deceptively big, Sam McDaniel. Tom O'Brien checks into the game for the Sabres. Nick Gapsch takes his leave. Sabres again in the 2-1-2 zone. Pozza the corner. Left it way outside. Barlow the rebound. Looking to push. Goes himself. Oh, and gets a good old-fashioned I play in the NBL call. And he'll go to the line for 2. It's probably there. Had the hand on him. 5 each in this one. It's been an arm wrestle so far. Both sides showing each other a few different defences and a few different looks early. Barlow 3 of 3 in this one. At the line. Can he make it 2 of 2? And he does. Bit of token full court pressure here from the Sabres. Nothing that the diminutive Michael Wells can't navigate. Pozzoglu. Skip pass, a poor one, turnover. Well read by Weldon. Oh, got it ahead. And tripping it up down there was Davies. Looks like he'll be okay, but they hurt. Foul on Michael Wells. It's the 4th team foul for the Tigers. So they'll be in the penalty with 6.5 to go in the first quarter. Barlow guarded by Pino. Little dish to Weldon. Shaking and baking. Dishes over to O'Brien, who drives the lane. Knocked away by Wells. And as far as Barlow, shot clock to single numbers. Splits the double. Gets inside, leaves it a little long. Wells the rebound. Almost looked up and wanted to run away from the ball. He doesn't get many rebounds, Wells, and drives all the way to the hoop. Good block. Weldon came across, knocked it away. Still be a Tigers ball on the baseline. Carter and McNamara into the game. The reward for Weldon for his block. Come to the bench, please. Luxford. Pozoglu. Latala at the elbow. Shot clock to single numbers. Luxford to the bucket. It ties it up. Oh, Daniel can't get it to go down. Rebound Pino. Luxford, bad turnover. Carter, 3-on-2. Lovely pass. McDaniel out of court, one each. Get some bench depth coming in for the Sabres. Kingsley Box. And also Batish. Wells will bring it up for the Tigers. Wells around the double screen. Pozoglu for three. Left it a little long. Top of the backboard violation. Shakes the head from Nick Pozoglu. And he gets going. The Tigers are very, very hard to stop. Davies to the hoop. Foul on the floor. Bonus though, 2 shots. And 2 fouls for Wells. Early foul trouble. He'll come out of the game for Davo Hickey, you would suspect.
2 shots at the line. Let him know how much you love him.
Kobe Davies at the line. 1 of 1. That's where they've been doing it, Tom, at the line.
He's been shooting 71% this season.
He looks like it too. I don't know about that spin. The spin before the shot, though.
It's working.
You got to go with what works. Luxford, Pozoglu inside to Pino. Goes deep, can't get it to roll. Good board, McNamara. Carter looking to push. Carter by Hickey. All those old legs can still get in the lane. Corner for Davies, nothing but nylon.
Davies is feeling it.
This helps to see the ball go through the hoop from the line. Just get the confidence up. He's got 5. Davo Hickey skip past to Luxford. Guarded by Carter. Carter backs up, says, all yours, mate. And he says, thanks for coming. 3 points, Mickey Luxford. In your face, Reece Carter. That'll be a good little battle. There's 2 blokes that don't mind a bit of a chat and a few mind games. Carter says, coming back at ya. And it wasn't quite an air ball, but it was almost an air ball. Tigers ball. Oxford trying to set up the play. Double high screen. Pino decides to go himself. Gets rid of McNamara. It's one way of doing it. Got one on the arm. He'll go to the line for 2. Pino at the line. To check the shooting style. He's wearing a little less tape this week on the wrists. I can never understand people that wear tape on their shooting hand. Always gave me the irrits. Knocks down the first one. Funny ball rotation. Hope you can see that at home. Sort of, for those of you doyens of this level of basketball in the NBL, it's sort of a Ben Arkell-like rotation. Sort of like the world, sort of on the 22.5 degree angle. Doesn't quite spin properly. Doesn't matter, just count them. Barlow at the top against the Tigers zone. Good little dish to Box, who can knock it down. And another 3 for the Sabres. Basically dealing in 3-pointers and free throws at the moment, the Sabres. They lead by 3. 4 to go in the first. McDonald's checked in for the Tigers. Luxford in the corner. Pino on the post. Low post. Count
Takes
it.
it home.
And one.
Skip counts, Danny Pino gets himself 2 points. He's on the line. Another free throw to come. First personal foul on number 9, Kings in the box. 1 shot to come for Danny Pino at the line.
Pino to complete the 3-point play and tie it up. That little side ball rotation. Oh, and then it lends itself to a few air balls. Not to be. This will be a violation. Sideline ball for the Sabres. Box, Barlow hesitates. Guarded by Pino. In the lane on 2 feet. Got one late. Pino's not happy. That's his second. Daniel back into the game. Box will come to the bench. Also Reece Carter. Leaves Davies out there with Weldon. Barlow at the line for his 5th and 6th free throws of this first quarter. Knocks it down. Rolls in the second. Pazoglu looking to run the offense. Davo Hickey right side. Back to Pazoglu. Pozza goes himself. Little step back Dirk Nowitzki special. Left it a little long. Barlow the rebound. Weldon, skip pass. Knocked away. Luxford couldn't keep it in. Your baseline ball for the Sabres. 17-14. Got control of this one so far. Barlow, little handoff to Weldon. It gets into the lane. And make it 2-1 for the sideline out of courts. two for Sam McDaniel. 1 on each side. Tiger ball.
Bit of misfortune in that regard. I'm sure they'll find their bearings.
It is a bit interesting here. It's the yellow lines and it's a long way from the sideline. Of course, the show court here at MSAC. McDonald for 3. High arcing shot. Barlow tips it away. It'll be a Tiger ball with 14 and a reset. Pazoglu throws it inside. Pino was held in the mismatch. Had a foul to give. Luxford inbounds. Back to Luxford in the corner from Pazoglu. McDonald at the top of the circle. Pazoglu inside against the zone. Little floater. Another 14 reset. Davo Hickey has a look at it. Luxford settles it down. Gets the pick from Pino. Now McDonald all alone. Wanting to spin. Leaves it long. Rebound McDaniel. Looking to push. Tries to go by Hickey. Attracts the double team. Barlow loves them from there. Just left it a little short. Luxford the rebound. Takes it all the way to the hoop. Too easy. Straight past Kobe Davies. Gave him the middle. McDaniel around the screen from Barlow. Against Pino. Spins on him. Lays it home. Davo Hickey bails it out. Pazoglu. McDonald's put the 3 in the rack for now. Or the Q in the rack. And out of court, Pazoglu. So it'll be a Sabres ball. They lead by 3, do the Sabres. A couple of quick substitutions brings Tom O'Brien back into the game. They are heavy substituters. Are the Sabres? Lots of substitutions in this first quarter. From the baseline, knocking it down, Tom O'Brien.
55 seconds left in the quarter.
Derek McDonald sporting the headband today. The tie-up headband. Drives the lane. Gets in deep. Count it.
2 points. East Coast Tigers defense.
McDaniel left side on Pozzoglu. Weldon now with the shot clock to single numbers, right side. Gets the pick from Barlow. Good hands, Dave O'Hickey. 2-on-1 here, but he hasn't seen it. Gets to the hoop. Pino the board. Back to Hickey. Goes himself. Reverse. Counted and one. Barlow put the hand out. Well spotted by the referee. Might have got away with one on Pino as well. Or also, it might have been Hickey. And this can tie it up. Tigers haven't been at their best. You can have 13.8 left in the first quarter and tie it up. Van Merven checked into the game. In the meantime, for the last 13.8 seconds, McDaniel guarded by McDonald. Game clock to 8. Picked by Barlow. Wants the pop for 3. Nothing but net. Lovely close to the first quarter for the Sabres. We'll pick and pop with Dave Barlow. They lead it by that basket, 24-21. You are listening to NBL 1. Well, you're watching it all around the world on YouTube. We'll be back in just one moment. Welcome back to the second quarter of this one. The Melbourne Tigers and the Southern Sabres, NBL 1 men's competition. Be Luxford's inbound for the Tigers. And he might not get this in. Gets it to Van Merven just in time. Guarded at the top by Weldon. Gets it wide to Hickey, who has given up the headband. And maybe should keep it with that air ball to start. Oh no, the headband is still there. It's just covered under a lot of hair. McDonald. A little high arcing 3. Count it. Ties it up. Weldon, right side to Carter. Oh, terrible pass to Barlow. Turned it over. Hickey in transition. And the Tigers have the lead, 26-24. Gaps goes baseline. Count it. Pozzoglu left side. McDonald cutting to the open side. Barlow covers it off. Pozzoglu at the elbow, loves it there. Oh, couldn't get the lift on the left-hander. McDaniel the board. Pick from Barlow. Guarded by McDonald. Gets all the way to the hoop. Count it for two.
It's a good lift right there.
Luxford, right side. Hickey catches the ball unexpectedly in the post. Shot clock to single numbers. Hickey the penetration. McDonald another long three. Good rebound, McDaniel. Around the pick from Barlow. Weldon. Carter now a screen. Knocked away by McDonald. Shot clock to 5. Weldon probably going to have to jack this up. Manages to get a 2. Kicked away by McDonald. Got away with one. And a shot clock violation. Very, very lucky to get away with that one. But luck's a fortune. A few substitutions for the Tigers. Pozzoglu, very rare for him to come to the bench. He leads the league in minutes at about 37 a game. Wells to McDonald. Barlow switches. Skip pass to Wells. Isn't a great one. Shot clock to single numbers. Pinot in the post. Goes left. Good D by Barlow. Just muscled him out of it. Carter back the other way for the Sabres. Skip to Gapsh. Drives hard. Can't get it to go. Tries to get his own rebound, but Pinot in the way. Outlet to Wells. McDonald fires a deep three. Leaves it long. Barlow another rebound and looking to push. Now he slows it up. McDaniel left side. Guarded by Pinot. Shoots the 3. Flat. Can probably have those all night. Good hustle by Davies. Carter plays for the reset. Fakes the pass. He had me on the fake too. Easy bucket. He had Gaps in the corner for a long time. And almost used him as the ultimate fake. Sabres by 4. Van Merben at the top. Screen for Wells. Gets inside. Good block. Might have been 50-50 on the block there. I know you can't give half blocks. That was Gapsh and also Dave Barlow with their hand on that one. Luxford inbounding it again. This hasn't worked out too well for the Tigers. One for everyone at home. Never get your littlest man to inbound it. Although Luxford, why not? From the corner. You're always going to go back to him. They did that on the last play. McDaniel to the hoop. Left it a little short. Tigers looking for the lead. Pinot the screen. Luxford for 3. Carter the rebound. Pulls up. Leaves it short. Oh, and then gets the turnover. And up and under. Can't get it to go. Good rebound by Max Vitala. Wells right side. Guarded by Barlow. Pinot against McDaniel. Van Merben for 3. Nothing but net. McDaniel around the screen. Barlow the pop. Oh, left it behind. And unsportsmanlike against Barlow. They're saying that was deliberate last man back. It's almost accidental. That was like my handles in the backyard, Tom. Went through the legs and went to get it onto the left hand, and then all of a sudden the ball was 4 or 5 metres away. How'd it get over there? Luxford for 2. Freebies and possession for the unsportsmanlike. I couldn't tell you in the NBA how many. Well, they don't have. What do they? They don't call them unsportsmanlikes in the NBA, do they? They're called flagrants.
Flagrant fouls, yes.
That's
That's accurate.
That's a ridiculous name. Makes them both and puts the Tigers up by 4. Barlow to the bench. Pozzoglu gets it to Vitala. Count it for 3. Sabres just in a little lull here, trailing by 7. Long 3 for Davies. Not a great one. Luxford the long rebound. Gets it ahead, and Vitala again. Ho-ho! That makes it 10. Just feeling it, the Tigers. They don't shoot the 3 ball that well, but tonight has been their night. O'Brien handling at the top. So McNamara has a look at it. Now firing away was Battish. And Luxford to bring it out for the Tigers. Not Vitala, open again. He took the little extra dribble to steady.
That's 3 in a row.
Timeout, timeout. There's only one solution to that. 3 threes in a row for the Tigers. They lead by 13. Tom, what are they shooting from the field, the Tigers?
From the field at the moment, they're shooting 42% with 43% coming from the 3-point line. Not so bad.
Happy days.
40 and 40 on the other side, so a bit of competition. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and also the assist count, getting a few there were the Tigers. They lead at 8-5, which also isn't one of their major strong suits. And the second chance points is probably the big stat of this game. Second chance points for Melbourne, 14. And only 2 for the Sabres. So of their 30, Barlow has 14 for the Sabres. And then it's the next best, Davies, with 5. And 2 main scorers for the Tigers are Vitala with 11, Luxford 12. And then you've got Van Merven, Pinot, McDonald, and Hickey. And Pozzoglu only the 3, but all with a couple of buckets each. Sabres after the timeout, looking to set something up. Double high screen. McDaniel takes a look at it. Pinot gets turned on the corner. And McDaniel, there is glad wrap on the rim for him at the moment. Wells back the other way, looking to push. Vitala. He's almost thought all Christmases had come at once. He thought he was unguarded. Barlow gets away with a little check. Luxford wants it back. Comes in on 2. Wells, left side, fires the 3. Oh, left it a little short. Barlow, the rebound. He brings it up. Mismatch here for McDaniel on Wells. Looks to take advantage. Gets in the lane and gets it to roll. Luxford spinning on Barlow. Pozzoglu not really looking to attack so far. Well, through the legs pass from Vitala. He's feeling it. Luxford from the car park. Thinks about it and goes with it. And almost knocked it down. Foul on the rebound. It'll go against the Sabres. Pinot in there attacking, trying to get the board. And foul on Kingsley Box. Not much you can do when you're giving away a foot. Just hold on for dear life. And just hope that the ball doesn't land with your direct match up for the rebound. A bit of a 2-3 zone here for the Sabres again. Vitala. Oh, a little long this time.
He's liking that spot.
McDaniel to bring it up. Guarded by Pozzoglu. Little hesitation. Barlow for 3. That's one way to work your way back in.
Right at the top of the key there. Seems to be favourable for him.
Pozzoglu left side. Vitala cutting. Lots of movement for the Tigers, really putting the Sabres under pressure. Foul on Gapsh. 3rd team foul for the quarter. They got one more to give to the Sabres. Tigers by 8, 43-35, 2.5 to go in the second. Been a good one, this one of the NBL 1, the men's competition. The steal from Barlow. Pino almost got it back. Hacks it around, throws it to Wells. 2 on the clock. Pozzoglu from the corner. Did it draw iron? The referee says, not to my liking. Violation. Weldon will bring it up. Guarded by Wells for the Tigers. Haven't seen a whole lot of Reece Carter in this one yet. Barlow from the top of the circle. Can't get that one to go down. Luxford the big rebound. Pozzoglu to Pino and knocked onto his chest. An old wily veteran play there by Dave Barlow. Pino, if he had to put that on the floor with his right hand, he would have had it protected. I think he was thinking about the big slam. He's thinking 2 steps ahead. McDaniel trying to move around the off-ball screen. Gapsh gets in deep. He's done that well so far. Has Nick Gapsh. Pozzoglu up high to Wells. Luxford right side. Guarded by Carter. And throws it away. Good battling down there by McDaniel. A few substitutions. Vitala coming out. Dave O'Hickey will come in. McDonald will do up his headband as he comes back in for Wells.
We got 1 minute and 18 seconds left in the quarter. Let's hear those voices, Tigers fans.
Carter brings it up. Goes back door for McDaniel. Could have been a couple of steps. Referees are happy with the foul. He'll go to the line for 2. Try and close the margin to 4. Have a timeout red. With 1:08 to play in the second. Points in the paint, Tom. They're all square, 12 each. So I would have thought, it feels as though the Sabres are getting to the hoop a lot. They've obviously missed a lot of layups. So they've been getting to the basket at will, not being able to finish. So for the Tigers, leading scorers, Luxford still has 12, Vitala 11. And for the Sabres, Barlow has 17 of their 37. Next best is McDaniel with 6, who's starting to work his way into it. It's McDaniel's shooting, Tom. Take us through some of the numbers. Is he shooting? It's always good when the stats go on you. It's always helpful.
4 of 7 from the field and 3 of 5 from the 3-point range.
For Vitala, what about that? For Vitala, what about for McDaniel for the Sabres?
McDaniel for the Sabres is shooting 3 from 8 from the field, 0 from 1 for 3.
He probably missed 3 layups. He'd like those back. Well, meantime, he will shoot 2. Ooh, very poor free throw to start. Maybe Coach Brad Pino's icing the free throw shooter in the first half. So if you can do a little better here. Daniel, that looks a little better. Back to 5. Slow play here for the Tigers. Little zone from the Sabres. Bad pass from Luxford, gets it back. Shoots himself, knocks it down. Is that your own assist? Throw the pass, gets knocked back to you. It'll be a 2 for 1 here, you would suspect, for the Sabres. Reece Carter will fire this. No, he won't. Back to Weldon. Good screen from Barlow. Weldon gets to the basket, draws iron, and knocks it out. Off court himself. Tigers ball. Chance to make this 10 with a 3. Be huge. I'll have one possession each here. The Tigers and the Sabres to close out the first half. Pozzoglu back to Luxford. Pozzoglu again. Not really looking to attack in this one. Skip past to McDonald. Drives the lane. Leaves it short on the finger roll. Luxford goes after it. Pozzoglu gets his hands on it. Shot clock's off. To 4 seconds. Dave O'Hickey inside. Gets it to roll. That's a huge basket in the context. Just took it on his shoulders there, Dave O'Hickey. 47-38 at the half. The Tigers just really feeling it in the first half. They lead it by 9. The Sabres, they'll need to try and work their way back into this one. And with Barlow having 17 of their 38, they need to find a few other avenues to the hoop. We'll be back for the second half in just over 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the second half of this NBL 1 men's competition clash between the Melbourne Tigers and the Southern Sabres. It is the Tigers 47 leading the Sabres 38 at half-time. I'm Daniel Hill in commentary today with Tom Blackmore. Tom, what wins this one in the second half?
Well, if they keep up the rebounds, they've got 10 plus over Southern at the moment. Make sure they keep up the efficiency across the board with their scoring and the second chance points. They're all over it. They've got 16 versus 2.
It's unbelievable,
so
isn't it?
Keep all of that happening and they're going to be perfectly fine.
Little zone here from the Tigers, little match-up zone. Carter to fire for 3. Made plenty of money doing that in the NBL once upon a time. Carter opens his account from beyond the arc. Oh, Pinot can't come up with a pass. And not a great start for the Tigers. It's amazing. You're going with a 9-point lead. Reece Carter bombs in a 3. And you turn one over and it's 6. And you think, dear oh dear. Barlow for 3. Or left it a little short. Vitala couldn't come up with it. Carter, he's always sneaking around for a little steal. Probably go down as a steal. And the 3 comes from Badish. And it's all of a sudden 3 points. 2 quick threes for the Sabres. Luxford drives the lane, foul on Barlow. That'll be his 3rd. Which is a bit of a problem. Picking up his 3rd, only 1 minute in the second. Of course, under the FIBA rules, 40-minute games. You only have 5 personal fouls until disqualification. With defence here from the Sabres. Going to pack it in. Wells, right side. Not much to go to. Vitalik, shot clock to 2. Good little pick from Pinot. And the off-board for Pinot. Tips it home. More second chance points. Oh, bad turnover from Carter, and well kept in by Luxford. And he's hurt himself, but he has got possession for his team. Wells drives in. Pinot, an attempted rebound. Pozzoglu might have been hacked, stolen. Sabres will come back the other way. Barlow in transition. Slows it up.
Easy lay in.
Dunks are worth the same as layups. Dave Barlow in his younger years would have absolutely tomahawked that. We'll call it maturity. Vitala for 3. Can't come up with it. Board for Pinot. More second chance points here, possibly for Vitala. Pozzoglu, little floater in the lane. Off the board.
Nice soft finish.
Lovely soft finish. Carter drives the baseline. Now looks to back down. Magic Johnson. Kareem, hook shot. Hang on. Reece Carter. Love it. Couldn't get it to go. Pozzoglu back the other way. Barlow is 4th. That was lazy. He'll have to come to the bench. He tells the coach, I'll stay in, sir. Now the Sabres are going to play with 6. Reece Carter comes to the bench. So Barlow are going to play with 4. Of course, day-to-day he's an NBL player. So in this league tends to just want to get his 20 to 24 minutes in. So he's going to stay in the game. Wells, little baseline J. Left it a little long. Pinot the rebound. More second chance point opportunity here for the Tigers. As we heard from Tom Blackmore at the start of the half. And Pinot the and 1. Those second chance points.
Second chance points and points in the paint.
Pinot just loves that little left-hand floater. He just goes to it time and time again. Now, I haven't commented too much on the footwear tonight, Tom, but Maxi Vitale, he's really letting us down. The pink socks. It's
not a fan of the pink
with
socks,
with the three quarter skins. Who cares? He's knocking down threes, but it's not.
That's doing something for him.
I apologise if it's a for breast cancer thing or something along those lines, but on the looks factor, the Sabres are going to work their way back into it. That was a pass to McDaniel. Giving it a pass, Tom. Was it a pass or was it a shot? Little 50-50. Well done by Kobe Davies. I'm giving him the assist anyway. Pino in deep. Low post. Doubled. Or half doubled. Good little dish from Pozzoglu. Vitala. All left it short. Pino gets the rebound over the back. More second chance points. Margin out to 8. Davies looking to push. McDaniel. Easy as you like. He's done so well at getting to the hoop. High percentage from in there. Wells looking to shake and bake. Gets inside against McDaniel and one.
Continuing to be relentless with the points in the paint. The Sabres are going to struggle to make a comeback here if they
keep giving them up, don't they? Just gave him the middle. Reece Carter will come back in.
With Dave Barlow off the court at the moment, the size difference with Pino there is causing him a bit of trouble.
Absolutely. So that's why I think they've gone with trying to get McNamara back in the game.
Yep.
To complete the and one.
And he does.
Daniel looking to push. Little baseline to Davies. Reverse. Got Pino on the way through. Davies collected his arm. Nice little and one. It was one of those ones, if he hadn't have fumbled it, he wouldn't have got fouled, but he just had that half-second fumble and sort of looked Pino in the eye and said, oh. Just drew him in. So they just hang around the Sabres just to get it to 6. Davies knocks it in. Well, Wells crosses over. Luxford says, I'm open. All
on the money tonight, Luxford.
Lovely penetration by Wells. Carter, Davies, spinning. Couple extra steps, why not? You're allowed to get away with that now.
Weaving it through inside.
The 2.5.
Got 2.5 step.
Luxford again. Pino. And one. Loves
Still
going left.
dominating with the size. Using that wingspan to his advantage at the moment.
How was the
First
catch?
little hook there. Oh, the catch was fantastic.
And Mickey Luxford on. He's played a bit of footy and now he's come back to basketball. Baseball might be in his tea leaves as well. Mass substitution here for the Tigers. Wells will go out. He's done his piece. Dave O'Hickey into the game. And also Derek McDonald. So Pino to complete the and one. Let's watch the ball rotation. Came out okay. Count it.
That'll be 13 points for Dane Pino now.
He's had a nice night. Have you got the double-double yet, Tom? We'll be on double-double watch. I know you love a good double-double. Oh, he might have come up with it there. Pino couldn't come up with a rebound, though. McDaniel to Davies. All on his own. Oh, left it way short. It's almost too open. Luxford at the top. Wide to Pozzoglu. Looking to drive the lane. Gets the hoop. Caught one. Across the chops from Gapsh. That's a good old-fashioned hard foul. Referees have a little discussion and decide it's just a personal foul. So Pozzoglu with a slap in the eye will go to the line. Probably feeling the ill effects on the first one. Margin is 9. Tigers lead. Push it to 10. It does. So now for the Sabres, of their 55 points, there's 30 on the bench. Both McDaniel and Barlow on the bench. Carter, Davies. Little zone from the Tigers. Carter tried to dish it back to McNamara, knocked away. All have to get out of the key. Shot clock to single numbers. Carter fires the long three. McNamara couldn't bring up the rebound. Pino. Dave O'Hickey. Luxford. Champagne basketball from the Tigers. Davies back the other way. McNamara. Now Carter. Drives the lane. Little dish to the corner is a good one to Gapsh. Can't come up with it. Carter the rebound. hanging on to McDonald. Gaps the follow. Some second chance points of their own for the Sabres. Need a few more of those. Oh. Knocked away. It's a little break they'll enjoy, the Sabres. Just a little careless there from Derek McDonald, and your Sabres ball. Sometimes those little plays can turn games. See how it pans out. Gaps. Carter on the run. To the hoop. Those old legs can still get up. Back to 8. Wells, right side. Hickey. Guarded by Gaps. Pick for Pinot. Doesn't use it. Wells for 3. Leaves it short. Gaps tips the rebound to McDaniel. Davies is out running. Gets across and one. Oh, that could have been a lot worse. It was a hard foul. Both players not giving an inch. And Davies will go to the line. And again, if he makes these, it's back to 6. It seems to be a common theme in this one. Davies. Customary spin the ball back to himself style. Bricks the first one. It's the best way that one can be described. The second one's a little better. Back to 7.
4 from 5 from the strike.
And that's their key, getting to the line. The Sabres. Pinot in the low post, double teamed. Dish to Wells. Oh, left it on his back foot. McDonald comes in to help out. Shot clock to single numbers. McDonald to the hoop. Little dish to Pinot. Loves going left and one. Thank you very much. Luck's a fortune in those broken plays sometimes, but it was well done by McDonald. He took the initiative. And again, I feel like a broken record. This is to make it 10. Seems to be hovering between 10 and 6. Of course, Barlow getting some good rest on the bench despite the fact that he has the 4 fouls. Pinot can't make the free throw, so it stays at 9. Carter, the captain, handling for the Sabres. Wants it back from Weldon. And Carter for 3. Left it very short. Might have even been tipped. Saved for the Sabres. Weldon. Little stutter dribble. Oh, fell over. Now McDaniel, 2 on the clock. Gets to the hoop. And makes the layup. Just in time. It was the first quarter. McDaniel, he just couldn't get a layup to roll down. And since the Glad wrap has been removed from the hoop, he's been scoring at will. Pozzoglu drives the lane. Little floater. Board for McDaniel. Chance to close it to 5 here for the Sabres. And that's a charge. Good D by McDonald. Beat him to the spot. And that's the 4th for McDaniel, which is huge in the context of this game. And he's going to stay out there. Or is he going to come out? He is going to come out. Gaps will check in for McDaniel. Or there we've got a double. Oh no. Gaps will stay in the game. Just a little match-up change. Tom O'Brien into the game for the Sabres. Wells. Left side. Hickey. Back to Wells in the corner for 3. Left it a little short. Good rebound by Box. Gaps is ahead. Steps back for 3. Thought it might have been a 2, but the referee was happy with it. McDonald comes up with it. Now Pozzoglu. That's a block. You've got to give him the meter. For those of you at home, when an offensive player catches the ball, you must give them a meter for them to turn into. You can't sneak up and fox guard. That's why that was a blocking foul. Pozzoglu to the line with the Sabres in the penalty. Misses the first one again. It's the same as what he did last time. See if he can make the second. Push it out to 8. With 2 remaining in the third term. Can't come up with it. 0 of 2. Tom O'Brien right side. Gapsh. Carter instructing the offense. Good defense from McDonald. Got a hand on it. Now O'Brien for 3. Left it short. Carter the big rebound. Knocked it out of court. A bit of a platoon change here for the Tigers. And Luxford, Pino and Viatala coming back in for Pozzoglu, Wells and McDonald. That's the under-12 substitution, that one. 3 in, 3 out. Although I shouldn't say that because I think Coach Cal of Kentucky does the 5 and 5. Long full court for Hickey. Mickey Luxford, good vision. Box. O'Brien, Carter. Gaps drives left. Weldon, they've got the small lineup in here, the Sabres, and that's a turnover. The margin's 9, they can't afford those errors. And a warning for a technical on Weldon. Barlow will come back in. Weldon might have been complaining that he was tripped. Little token full court or half-ish court pressure from the Sabres. Van Merben, they've looked good when he's in the game, have the Tigers. Pino at the top. Vitala hasn't had any hesitation tonight. There's a little hesitation. Luxford in the corner. Drives the lane. Stops on a dime. Back to Van Merben. Shot clock to 3. Dave O'Hickey doesn't mind this situation. Vitala for 3. Got it off just in time. Barlow the rebound. Full court for Box. Now Carter left side. Just eases his way into the lane. Box for 3. Knocks it down. Breathes a little life into the Sabres. 2 for 1 here for the Tigers. 45 remaining. For those of you not familiar, that means you shoot one with 35 seconds on the shot clock, roughly, so that you get a second shot again. And they'll get it by default now because Pino will go to the line for 2. He's being held. And these are big free throws in the context. If he misses both of these and the Sabres come back the other way, can hurt a little bit. Big free throws. Makes the first.
Make it 5 of 7. We'll see if we can make the 6. A little more difficult to close out here.
Left it long, but Van Merben the rebound. Luxford. Carter, he's always getting underneath. And he'll get it back to finish. Reece Carter, the wily veteran. So the difference between game clock and shot clock, 1.5 seconds here, so you might be a little less than that. So the Tigers will keep it for 1. Lux with big full court pass to Vitala. Dave O'Hickey likes the end of the quarters. Van Merben from the corner. Will they get one up? They will. Carter from halfway. Ooh, they got it up. But at 3/4 time, it is well and truly on. The Tigers 72 lead the Sabres 67. This one is still well and truly up for grabs. Tom, let's go through some numbers for our viewers at home watching this one through the NBL YouTube channel and also NBL1.com.au.
Both teams still performing very well from the field, shooting 45 and 47 in Melbourne and Southern respectively. 3-point percentages have dropped a little bit, looking at 32 and 34% respectively. And other than that,
the key is the second chance points. 25 still for Melbourne, and they actually fought their way back a little bit there, the Sabres, with 9. I think they only have 2 at half time. They actually got 7 second chance points and actually matched Melbourne in that quarter. So that's where they picked it up a little bit. And they've got two players in big foul trouble, Barlow and McDaniel, who have got 32 of their 67. But all to be discovered. We'll be back in a couple of moments. Go and grab yourself a cup of tea or bag of chips or whatever that is for the final quarter, because this one's going to heat up. We'll see you in a moment. Final quarter underway. A little zone here from the Sabres to open things up. Pozzoglu at the elbow. Oh, left it way too long. Haven't started quarters. Their first possession has never been great, the Tigers. Weldon for three. Oh, way long. Way long. Hickey to Pozzoglu. That's Maury's go. Weldon looking to push. Batish for three. Ooh, that is handy. Back to four.
Right now.
Yes, tightening right up. Certainly isn't one for the faint-hearted. The zone stuck with by the Sabres. Davo Hickey's just coasting his way in the lane. Says thanks for coming. Couldn't believe his luck. Turned and faced up and was as open as a church on Sunday. McDaniel. A little zone from the Tigers. Barlow says, well, I know how I deal with those zones. Shoot the three, baby. And it's back to three. Oh, Pozzoglu. Little
bit of an eagle right there.
The tip by Weldon hit Vitala in the face. It almost will come off with a corner three, but Barlow the rebound. Looking to run. Batish feeling it. Knocks it in. No, sorry, McDaniel. And she's all tied up. Now Vitala. Again, the zone from the Sabres. Sticking fat. Davo Hickey. Fakes the shot. Drives the lane. Lovely work. Every time he catches the ball, he's dangerous. And he backs himself. He's played really well in this one, Davo Hickey, as he does most weeks for Melbourne. Weldon handling. McDaniel. A little bit of space. Little 18-foot jumper. Count that one. All tied up again. Again, the Sabres stay with the zone. Pino. Luxford left side. Guarded by Weldon. Davo Hickey in the lane. Good pass to Pino for the jam. Bench was up. They liked that one. You're going to zone. You're probably going to give a few of those up. McDaniel around the screen. Barlow the pop for three. Count it.
Sinks another.
And they have the first lead that they've had in a long time, probably since the first quarter. Still well and truly on though. 7 minutes remaining in this one. Pozzoglu a deep three. Left it long. Pino the rebound. Luxford had a look at it. Decides to slow it down for the full 14. Pino on Barlow. Spins right. A rare spin right. Couldn't get it to drop. Batista rebound. Weldon now numbers for the Sabres, but turned over. Vitala, too good with the hands. Gets it to the corner. Luxford the skip for Pozzoglu. Long. Pino the rebound against Weldon. Now there's a mismatch. Luxford, shot clock to single numbers. Skip pass, Vitala. Oh, that was disappointing.
A bit too strong.
For the Tigers, number 24, D-Mac. Coach Pinot's called a timeout.
Timeout for the Tigers. We'll take a rest in this one.
Right, ladies and gentlemen,
It is the Sabres leading by 1. 80 plays 81. 6:23 remaining in this one. NBL 1 on in earnest. This is round 4 of the competition. Round 5, I apologise. Round 4 was last weekend. Some of the points leaders. Dave Barlow's got 25 for the Sabres. McDaniel 18. Davies has a very handy 11. And Reece Carter the 9 for the Tigers. Pino with 19. Mickey Luxford has 18. Dave O'Hickey a very handy 13. Vitala 11. And Pazoglu 8. As the Tigers use one of their timeouts.
Pino's been exceptional tonight. 17 boards as well. Almost looking at a 20-20 double-double.
So we got he must have had the double. When I asked for the double before, he must have had it in probably halfway through the second quarter. He's on fire.
I reckon that'd be right.
And who else is the rebounding? Is I know Luxford's a good rebounder for a guard. Who else is just in the guys that are on the court at the moment? Barlow, he must have a few rebounds.
Barlow's got 8 on him. I was looking at singles across the board. The Tigers are doing a little bit better in that respect. Luxford's got 7 himself. Tyler with a few.
They're going small here, the Sabres. McDaniel on the bench. Weldon around the pick. Just tripped over his own feet. Davies been really good in this one. Turns the corner. Box for 3. Pino for his 18th rebound, if you don't mind. You're on 2020 watch, Tom. It's not just vision, it's a stat line. Hickey for 3. Long. Luxford the board. He's looking at a double-double. Also, Pazoglu drives the lane. McDonald for 3 with a high arcer. Little banker. Couldn't get it to go. Davies on the break. Box all the way to the hoop. And the Sabres are up 3. The little zone is working, and they're sticking with it. Pino. Hickey to Pazoglu. Luxford in the corner. The referee has called a foul on the Sabres. He was playing an advantage initially and then gives the block on Gaps. And Barlow's done well to stay in this one. He's had 4 fouls since, feels like early in the third. Might have even been late in the second. McDaniel comes back in. He's had his 4th foul since midway through the third. Your Tigers ball, 14 on the clock for the foul reset. Hickey at the top. McDonald right side. Shot clock to single numbers. Not much happening here for the Tigers. A bit stagnant. Luxford in deep to Pino. Turns left. That is the go-to move. Dane Pino. He's got 21. And now McDaniel to the basket. And Pino the foul. Or who will accept the foul? No, it'll be...
Oh, McDonald.
Derek McDonald must have stuck the hand in the air, said, I'll have that one. Probably a smart play. Pino has the 3 fouls. That would have been his 4th. McDaniel, a chance to extend the lead here for the Sabres. Leans on it and makes it. Out to 2. 84 plays 82.
McDaniel also having a terrific night. Just shy of a double-double with 9 rebounds. 18 points on the board.
Good rebounder for a guard. He's a big guard. There's not many rebounders here for either side. It was a bit obscure. It was a 2-on-1 on the rebound, but the Tigers come up with it.
Bit of an interesting lineup there, wasn't it?
It was normally like a Sunday night game when there's 35 seconds left. But anyway, here we are. Luxford back to McDonald. Again, the Sabres in the 2-3 zone. And the indecision continuing for the Tigers. Pazoglu knocks a few over. And that was certainly a good call. Basket will be cancelled.
That's an offensive foul on number 4, Kobe Davies. That's his second personal foul.
Side ball for the Tigers. Bit of floor cleaning. Kids are off the job down behind the basket. D-Mac gets it. The Derek variety gets it to Luxford. Again, a little indecision. Ball not really moving at all for the Tigers. So Derek McDonald says, "Oh well, I'll take the initiative." Draws the foul. So Davies will come out. I think that might be his fourth. No, just his third. But 3 team fouls now for the Sabres, which is of a bit of a concern. Luxford left side. Shot clock to single numbers. Luxford again a little stagnant. Back to Pozzoglu. McDonald forced to chuck it up. Air ball. McDaniel the rebound. Now in transition. Goes himself. Barlow looking for that pick and pop action. Now he rolls. Good D by Luxford. Adjusted. Now he's trapped in the corner. Barlow. Good dish to McDaniel.
Nice little dive down right there. Clean finish. Lovely work by McDaniel.
And the Tigers, 4 down, 4 to go. Max Vitala will ready himself to get back in the game. And again, the Sabres stick with the zone. Derek McDonald drives inside. And it's as easy as that. Move the ball and play with some conviction. Back to 2. Barlow the screen for Carter. Goes himself to the basket and will probably get to the line. Referee agrees. Another foul on Derek McDonald. It's his third. So Barlow on the line.
Sabres shooting 80% from the line tonight. 12 or 15. Another 2 to come.
And I'll just have a random guess here, and the Tigers are around about 60%. It's about where they land.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
62, 10 from 16. Yep. That's a fair call right there.
Barlow knocks it down. It's a huge factor in these ones. It's like goal kicking accuracy in footy. You kick straighter than the other team.
And these closing moments all starts to come into account.
You can shoot your free throws at a higher rate and, well, get yourself to the line. It goes a long way to winning games. The Tigers again facing the zone. 2-3, they've struggled with it in this term. Pozzoglu at the top. More indecision. Luxford says, might as well fire the 3. Good board, Vitala. Got fouled. Gap's not happy. Says, see my handprint on the ball, sir? Or madam over there? Says, no, got him on the arm. And it'll be 2 shots for Vitala. 3:15 to go in this one. Gap's
fouled out.
Fouled out. Got a few who were precariously placed in the foul stakes for the Sabres. Barlow and McDaniel both on 4. As Vitala in the meantime knocks the first one down. He'll attempt the second. Back to 2. Now the big dogs are in the game. Carter, Barlow, McDaniel. Weldon's out there for the Sabres. And probably the A-team as well for the Tigers. Probably the rest of the way here. McDaniel from the foul line. Leaves it a little short. Luxford the rebound. Targeting that double-double. His 9th rebound. Pulls it up. Pozzoglu, little skip to Wells. Vitala. Now Pozzoglu fires the 3, air ball. Luxford, baseline, fade away. Pozzoglu, the long rebound. And the putback, ties it up. Oh, and a little lazy here, turnover. Luxford's got it from Weldon. Oh, and an accidental bounce pass finds it to Wells, who pulls up and misses. Luxford goes after it, fouled Weldon. Got it ahead in the meantime. Carter. Weldon picks himself back up. Barlow all on his own for 3. Oh, left it short. Luxford brings up the double-double with a long rebound. Looking to push. Oh, and he just got himself caught in the air and turned it over. There'll be a timeout here to the Sabres to settle it all down. 88 plays 88. Double snowmen across the board. 2:07 left in this one. And as I said, it'll be the A teams for the rest of the way here. In the game at the moment, you've got Pino, who's got 21 points and 18 rebounds. Mickey Luxford with a double-double, 18 points, 11 boards, and he's also got the 5 assists. Maxi Vital has been very, very good tonight. 13 points, 4 boards, 2 assists. Over on the other side for Southern, you've got Reece Carter, just had the 9 and the 4 rebounds. McDaniel, 21 points, 10 boards. Dave Barlow, 27 points, 8 boards. And both McDaniel and Barlow have the 4 fouls. And the only one really in any foul trouble for the Tigers is Dane Pino, who has the 3 fouls. So well and truly in the balance, this one. A Sabres ball. Weldon will bring it up. Guarded by Luxford. High screen from Carter. McDaniel left side. Guarded by Pino. Barlow on the block. Long skip is a good one to Batish. Couldn't knock it down. Barlow, the offensive rebound. Batish all on his own underneath. And one. Bad foul by Vitala in the end. Good patience from Batish. It's one of those ones, if you're going to foul him, foul him. Otherwise, get out of the way. So Batish to complete the 3-point play at a crucial stage of this one. Round 5 of NBL 1. He knocks it down, Batish. 91-88. Little token half-court pressure. Oh, turnover. Terrible turnover. McDaniel gets his way in. Makes it 5.
Things are heating up here a bit at MSAC.
That is just, unfortunately, very lazy from the Tigers.
With 1:37 left on the clock here, it's going to be difficult for them to make up those 5 points.
Yeah, and the way you give it up as well. Just disappointing. Well done that by McDaniel though. He stayed in the play. He's got the 4 fouls. He's up pressing on the half-court line. Comes up with it. Clean as a whistle.
Been very consistent tonight, very aggressive, and the Tigers are going to pay.
Certainly need the next basket. Of course, it will be their possession after the timeout. And don't need a 3 at this stage. See so many teams 5 or 6 down, 90 seconds to go, trying to shoot the big 3. Just get a 2, get a 2, get it back to 3.
Well, that's been their game tonight. The points in the paint, as we discussed earlier. Stay with their forte.
So Wells will stay in the game. And this time Pozzoglu will inbound. And again, McDaniel will come up and pressure. So keep them honest. They break that press through Pino. Now the Sabres fall back into a zone. Skip to Wells. Fires the 3 and knocks it in. That's huge. Doesn't look like making one tonight, Wells, but he's stuck with it.
His first from 4, quite timely too.
McDaniel in the high post, gets it in deep. Oh, and that's a possible goaltend. Ref lets it go. Must have been just outside the cylinder. Well done by Pino. Luxford looking to push. Vitala left side. 58 seconds on the clock. Pino doubled. Skip pass. Podzoglu. Wells back-to-back threes.
Two in a row.
And then that's the lead. You don't need threes. What am I talking about? Carter, top of the key. Looking to push. Gets in the lane. Caught one on the arm. And that'll be their last foul to give for the Tigers. Get a shot clock reset. Oh, I don't think that's two. I don't think that's two. And he'll get the two. As they say, the referee is always right. Carter knocks it in. This for the lead. A wily old veteran, Reece Carter, the captain, knocks it in. Another timeout to the Tigers. And 40 seconds to play. The Sabres lead this by one. Tom, two huge threes right side from Mike Wells. Large. So we're just hoping for overtime, I reckon. I feel like this game deserves overtime. You know, in some games, you just think to yourself, does it deserve to be sided in regulation, or does this deserve overtime? I reckon it's one of those games that just deserves overtime. It doesn't. For those of you at home that haven't watched the Portland and Denver game today, look away or turn your volume down now. I'll give you 5 seconds. It doesn't deserve a quadruple overtime like that game. I won't say who won, because I know people like to watch their NBA and even their NBL one on replay, so I won't give anything away. I just feel like this one deserves an overtime.
Similar kind of atmosphere tonight here, I reckon.
Absolutely. Smallish crowd, but well and truly involved in the game. So there will be advancement for the Tigers. Luxford. Pino up high, guarded by Barlow. Sabres back into a man. Barlow shows, Wells to the hoop, can't come up with it. Pino the board. Shot clock didn't reset. Luxford has to fire and knocks it in.
Big play by Mickey Luxford. Big play.
Unbelievable. That was from the car park.
Bit of a Hail Mary there. 25 on the clock.
Now I'm not sure it deserves overtime. No, I think this game is still, it feels like it's just on that track for whatever reason. Feels like it was meant to be. There's the Tigers by 2, and the Sabres will probably, I don't know if they'll keep it for 1. It'd be interesting to see what they come out of the timeout with here. They're 25-5 on the clock. Yeah, I wonder if they just keep it for 1 and try and tie it up, or win it with a 3. Of course, on the road, teams will generally try and do that, try and win it with a 3. Maybe just get a shot with about 6 seconds left, so you give yourself a chance at the off-board. Or maybe go quick. Be intriguing to see what they come out with. What are you doing here, Tom? Are you going for the quick 2?
I'd be avoiding the flare and going for the quick 2.
I always think there's danger with wasting the clock.
There is. At the same time, it's hard to know what the opposition are going to do on the next possession, but
the Tigers come out in the zone here, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, I'm thinking it'll be unlikely to see that just now.
So the super sub, Kingsley Box, has come into the game, and what does he do, Tom? He shoots the 3. So
that he does.
The Sabres, maybe it's reverse psychology. We will see. Carter gathers the inbound. Looks like they may want to keep it for 1. Bad pass from Carter. Barlow fumbles the dribble. McDaniel up high. Little low dribble. Gets to the basket. Hangs in the air and gets it to go. Huge basket, McDaniel. And 6 seconds for Luxford to get one up. Can he go from the car park again for the win? Oh, to the right, and he's missed it. And as predicted by my good self, this one deserved overtime, and that's where we're going. Well done by McDaniel. How good was that for a finish to hang in the air? Pino played the good straight defence.
That's some real vertical right there.
He was hovering.
Very good control.
And that ties it up. And we go to overtime. The first overtime.
Melbourne shooting 37 from 84, 12 from 18 from the strike, with Southern shooting 33 from 67 and 17 from 20 from the strike. Be interesting to see what happens right here.
They've maintained that good free throw percentage. Boards 49 to 37, as we said all throughout this one. The Tigers have controlled the rebounding, and they also control those second chance points 32 to 12. And the bench points, unbelievably, 30 for the Sabres. Despite the fact that Barlow and McDaniel have 52 of their 97. They have got good little hands from Box, Petiche, and Davies also off the bench. That's their 30 off the bench, I believe. For the Tigers, Davo Hickey's got a very handy 13. Pino leads the way with 21, and Luxford also has the 21. They're tied. Vitala, 13, and Pozoglu has 10. So here we go. Overtime. And the A teams will stay in. And we look at the minutes. I reckon the minutes start to play a bit of a factor when you get to overtime. You got those there, Tom?
Yes, we got Pino, Luxford and Pozoglu still looking at about the 36, 37 mark.
AKA the whole game.
AKA the whole game. Southern have had McDaniel in for 32, Barlow 30. It seems to be a solid 30 across the board for the rest of them. Gapsha's only been in for the 18, but it'll be interesting to see what.
Has he come back in? Batish is in
at the moment.
18. Yeah, so they've mixed the minutes a little bit to have Sandringham.
More of a spread.
And the possession arrow will go the way of the Sabres. I still reckon overtime you probably should have to re-jump it. It's just me. Carter, handling. Little pick from Barlow. Corner for Box. Oh, terrible. Board for the Tigers. Luxford left side. Sabres back into that zone that served them so well in the final quarter. But Zoglu left side. Drives to the bucket. Left it a little long. Pino almost the rebound. McDaniel comes up with it. Carter controlling things for the Sabres. Gets a good screen from Barlow. Little hesitation. Batish for three. Oh, left it a little deep. Good rebound from Box. Doesn't get it out to Batish. Turned over for Luxford. Wells on the break. Has Pozzoglu running for him. Good D by Barlow. But Wells too good on offense.
Finished through contact. Very good work.
Carter breaks Wells' ankles, but then Wells recovers and steals it. Luxford looking to push for the Tigers. Good little dish to Pozzoglu, who gets inside and left it short. Pino the rebound. Luxford to Vitala for three. Can't get it to go. Pozzoglu almost the rebound and manages to come up with it. Sort of knocked it into a Sabre. 12 to shoot here for the Tigers. Back to Luxford. They've run that play a few times. Luxford leaves it way long. Vitala, fatigue factor. Wells, the fake to himself. Almost travel. Vitala for three. Leaves it short. And again, it'll be a Tigers ball. Feel like they've been on offense forever. And the Sabres will make a change. Weldon for Batish. Not his best game, Weldon, but you feel like he might have something in the locker. Again, Luxford the inbound. Wells. Luxford left side. Hesitates. Vitala on the skip for three. Off the board.
The bank from the corner.
Did he call it? Don't draw a picture, just write it on the scoreboard. They lead by 5, the Tigers. Carter barking instructions. It's like a little diminutive back pocket there, getting everyone onto the wing. Weldon drives the lane. Barlow from the corner, stood out of bounds. So it's the Tigers by 5. 3 to play in the overtime. Again, the Sabres in the zone. Viatala left side. Luxford guarded by Carter. Little bounce pass inside. Podzoglu up and in. Weldon, Carter. The Sabres need a bucket here. Doesn't have to be a 3. Weldon knows it. Gets inside. Can't come up with it. Hasn't got a call all night. Certainly didn't start then. Luxford gets in deep. Vitala thinks about it. Knows that he can probably waste a little bit of clock. Podzoglu. Wells for 3. Knocks it in. And you feel that's the dagger. Barlow to the hoop. Cop one on the arm. That'll be Pino's 4th. Two minutes remaining. Has to make both of these. Smart by Barlow though. Pino closed hard. Faked the shot, took him to the basket. Jeers from the home fans for Dave Barlow. Of course, former Melbourne Tiger, I believe, at some stage in yesteryear. In the NBL, of course. Or the summer season, if you like.
There'll be 29 points from Barlow tonight, 10 on the boards.
Little half-court pressure, and they were awake to it this time, the Tigers. Sabres fall back into the zone. Barlow playing at the top. Luxford on 2 feet to Wells in the corner, who got fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Personal foul, number 5, Jaden Weldon. Mike Wells goes to the line, he's got 3 opportunities.
Probably only needs 1 or 2 of these 3 to keep the door shut on the Sabres. Of course, when it's all said and done, we'll be going back to the Mickey Luxford Car Park 3 with 1 second on the shot clock.
I'm thinking that's going to be the go. Another prayer to be sent up from quarter court at the least.
It's from the car park. It's the first and the second as Wells. And this to well and truly ice that you would suspect.
And Wells has been a gem here in the later periods.
Absolutely, he's found the range.
And make that free throw as well.
The token full court pressure here from the Tigers. Almost Sabres didn't get it in there. Weldon working around the screens. Barlow for 3. Left it a little long. Luxford the rebound. So plenty of those tonight. Some full court pressure from the Sabres. It's a lazy foul in the end on Davies. 2 shots in the penalty. So I think they're the 2 key ones tonight, Tom. You've got the points, the second chance points for the Tigers. They balance that up by not shooting so well at the line, but the Sabres obviously really outgunned in the second chance points, but shot well from the line. Both teams shooting above 40% from the field. It's been a tight one. Weldon, a little behind the back dribble. Stutters, spins, gets hacked. Hasn't got a call all night. Won't start now. McDaniel for 3. Couldn't get it to go. Massive board from Box. And the putback.
coming out of nowhere too.
Vitala in the front court. Back to Luxford. We'll look to run the clock. Under a minute to play. Shot clock to single numbers. Barlow shows. Luxford, massive cross-court pass. Wells, not again. Surely not. Pino, the off-board. And if this goes down, it'll be more second chance points. Will they foul? They double team. Pozzoglu from the elbow. No, Vitala, in fact. Luxford, another rebound. Another opportunity for the second chance points. Long full court pass for Vitala. Wells back door. Barlow the block. And one.
Great work bodying up there.
The blocking foul to be correct. And that will foul him out.
That's 5 personal fouls for David.
And he looks like he's got one in the jaw for his troubles as well, Dave Barlow.
Mike Will steps to the line for some more points.
Exits the game with 29.
Everyone get your hands up.
Wells at the line.
Whoosh. 2 points on the play by Wells.
25 seconds left. Sabres a big long three. The Tigers will get a few on the bench in. Mason Gaze has checked in. Got the ball at the moment. Going to shoot a closing three. No, I don't think he's going to shoot the three. Did the right thing. Did the honourable thing. Despite the crowd encouraging him. So this one closes out in overtime. A big deficit in overtime in the end. The Tigers, they win at 113 to 101. Their season moves to 3-4. Tom, thanks very much for joining us today, mate, helping us out on the stats, not leaving me one out. Very much appreciated.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Lovely to be here.
And we will see everyone next time for, I think that I'm trying to think, the Tigers on the 11th of May. We've got